Okay, in this video, I'm going to talk about logarithms. We're still talking about logarithms, but now we're talking about two special numbers that are being used as a very common base, right? If you look at your calculator, and also, in fact, also your scientific calculators, you can always find this button. There's a button that says log, and there's a button that says ln. Right. So we already know that we're talking about, all this time we've been talking about logarithmic functions. So log is not something that we are unfamiliar with. But if on the calculator you don't see the base. Normally when we write log, we will have like about log x to the base of 2 or log x to the base of 3 or whatever, right? But if I don't see anything, as what we see on the calculators, that means log x to the base of 10. If you don't see anything, that means it is base of 10. Okay? So let's say today if I have log say 1000, what is this going to be? So you need to kind of think about this in your head. So the base is 10. Let's say today this value is equal to s. I just say s. So the base is 10. If I convert this to exponential form, I'll say 10 to the power of s is equal to 1000. So my s is equal to 3. Right? So you need to automatically, you can write it down. There's nothing wrong with that. But just keep in mind that when they don't write the base, it is automatically the base of 10, which is what our number system is, right? Because if you think about it, let's say today if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, I have 1,234. This is 10 to the power of 3. This is 10 to the power of 2. This is 10 to the power of 1. And this is 10 to the power of 0, right? So 1,000 means 1 times 10 to the power of 3 plus 2 times 10 to the power of 2 plus 3 times 10 to the power of 1 plus 4 times 10 to the power of 0, right? So that will give me 1,234. So our number system is based on 10, right? The number 10, and that's the reason why on scientific calculator or your TI-84 or any GDC, you'll always see a log without a base. But you need to keep in mind that means 10. Okay? Now the other base that I want to show you guys, another base is called the natural number, the e, that we kind of talked about it in class. I hope you guys found that discussion interesting. So e is just a number, right? E is, you can use your calculator. You just put in e to the power of 1. And you will see that the e is just 2.71828 blah 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 blah. It never repeats. There's no pattern to it. It never stops. Just like pi, it is an irrational number, right? And on your scientific calculator or your TI-84 GDC, you can also see a button that says ln, and that just means this is taking a log x to the base of this number, the number e. Right, they are the same thing. So let's say L and X is the same thing as saying log X to the base of E. Okay, so we call log function with the base of E. We call that the natural log. The natural log. And I kind of mentioned about this in class because the number e it's a pretty special number, and we can find that in especially growth or decay in nature, right? So the most intuitive part is the time is continuous, right? The time is just it never stops. There's no time unit that we can use to measure it. It is just continuously going on, right? That's why we call that the natural log, right? So because it involves this number e. So let's take a look at some examples. if I have for example, let's say ln of e ln of e, just say ln of e, right? So this is equal to log e to the base of e, correct? This is log e to the base of e, and we know from the properties where if I'm taking the log a to the base of a, this is always going to be 1, right? So I will have 1. All right. The properties that we discussed in the previous videos, I would strongly recommend you guys to remember it. Okay. Let's take a look at another example. Let's do the ln. Let's continue the ln. Let's say ln e cube. Right? ln of e cube is equal to, I don't know what it is, but let's say if that is equal to my w, then I can convert this into log e cube to the base of e. This is equal to w, right? So I can change this into exponential form. My base is the small e here, so I have that e, and every time we're taking the log, I'll get the exponent, so that's w, is equal to e cube, right? E cube. So obviously my w is equal to 3. Okay. I hope you guys understand the difference between these two. Later on, we'll do a bit more stuff with them. But for now, you need to know what does it mean when people only put down log without any base. Okay? And what does it mean by people putting down ln? Okay, so that's what we have to know here. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you have your calculator. You can use your calculator for the exercises in the textbook, right? So make sure you know where to find the buttons on your TI-84, and just be careful with what you are putting in the calculator. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.